Hi, my name is Liliana Kendrick. I'm your Early Literacy Curriculum Coordinator, and I'm here to give you the new updates on our September edition newsletter. I want to begin to talk to you about joining the ARC. I wanted to talk to you about our general information on our newsletter, starting with joining the ARC. Joining the ARC is a group in Schoology that you can access the district's curriculum and instructional resources. When you link into Schoology to be a class link, you should be able to enter the following access code provided right here on green. That way you will be able to access our curriculum. Not only that, but we ask you that you join the groups. We have each grade level groups, kinder, first and second, and if you support multiple grade levels, I will appreciate if you join all three. This is the way that we're going to be communicating throughout the year, so any updates, information, or resources are going to be posted in there. There's also a great way for you to join, since different grade levels will collaborate and share different ideas through these groups. So now let's talk about the K-12 curriculum at a glance updates and what is new about it. I want to begin to talk to you about what is new about the K-12 curriculum at a glance. So for the ELR at a glance, we have added a scope and sequence to support you with your planning. Please make sure that you note that some units begin and end mid-week. So we ask you that you refer to the scope and sequence for better planning. When you click on your scope and sequence, you will be finding what is new about the scope and sequence. We have created two types of calendars, your skill calendar and your knowledge calendar. These calendars have been added to support you, since language comprehension units and foundational units skills do not start and end at the same dates. So now let's talk about the knowledge calendar, and let me show you what information you can find in this calendar. The language comprehension calendar has been color-coded to provide you with a beginning and ending days of each unit. Also, in addition, we have added at the bottom of the calendar your K-12 Comprehension Assessment Guide. And this one is for you as a support as you better understand and design the explanation of each unit when you do the assessments at the end. Also, every single one of these are hyperlinks for each unit, and it is an overview of the whole unit so you can have a better understanding what you're going to teach during your language comprehension block. Another feature that we have added is the cross-curriculum connection overview. This is an introduction document that can help you to understand how research shows that building background knowledge plays an important role in both developing a student's reading comprehension and allowing students to access complex texts and concepts. Very important to note that these TICs for language arts are connected, and they can be connected through social studies and science subjects, but they are not explicitly teach social studies and the science TICs. So the Amplify Elementary curriculum, it's designed to teach only English language arts and reading TICs to mastery. So therefore, we ask you that you do not utilize this curriculum or replace it for your social studies or science curriculum. Another information you will find is a chart that will provide a breakdown of how Amplify Literacy supports students' learning in social studies and science in grade level 2 in this case. So for example, in the domain of the human body, building blocks, and nutrition, you can very easily make connections about what the student is learning and provide opportunities for draw cross-curriculum connections to the organisms and environments in science investigations and reasoning for the strands in the science TICs of grade level that you are teaching. Please know that these TICs are not these skills and strands are not explicitly taught, but you can make cross-curriculum connections with your social studies and your science as you're reading and learning through your knowledge domains. So now let's talk about our skill calendar and what information you will find there useful for your planning. So now, the foundational calendar has been color-coded to provide you with a more detailed information regarding the length of each skills unit. Please note that an introduction overview document has been linked to provide you as a reference as you're planning. Also, this is a quick 2-page document that will be beneficial for planning and to see the year at a glance of all the skills for each grade level. And all documents have been added. One of the things that also has been added in addition is the Foundational Skill Assessment Guide that has been located right here on this document. This document will provide you with a better understanding of formative assessments and additional support and students performing assessments throughout the units. So let's talk about the updates on the unit plan. One of the new things that I want to talk to you is about our unit plan. Our unit plan has provided you with a lot of information to provide you a better understanding about what you're going to cover during the unit for your language comprehension and for your foundational skills. But one of the things we have added is on the performance assessment section. We have added the new section is called Foundational Skill Tasks. We've give you an overview of what you're going to be assessing along with the links, and also we are referring you to the Foundational Skill Assessment Guide. You will also find the language comprehension tasks, the information and a summary of what you will be doing, along with the assessments and the language comprehension assessment guide. Another thing that we have been working is in the suggested learning plan section. We have provided you with every single day of your lessons, but we now have color-coded the special boxes if it's a student holiday or a professional day. We also have made sure that we have created a color-coded box indicating the new foundational skills unit begin. Also, we have the section of additional resources, and we have providing here the scope and sequence, minutes, some informational resources, and on the column about the instructional resources, we have provided you with all the links of resources that you need for this unit. Please note that I have noted whether the resource is digital only or you also have it as a hard copy or digital for planning purposes. My next update is what is new on the unit lesson plans. Let me show you. One of the things that we have added to the lesson plans, you will find with the note highlighted on yellow that specifies when Amplify Foundational Skills unit begin and when you need to distribute your activity books to your students. Also, we have provided with a skill unit overview and a hyperlink that you will be able to click and being able to read the introduction before you begin the skill unit. This will give you a better understanding what you're going to cover throughout the unit, what materials you're going to use, what resources are you going to utilize, and that will give you a better understanding when you're planning your units. Now I want to talk to you about your early literacy instructional resources. I want to walk you through our early literacy instructional materials. These instructional resources are being there to support the new early literacy curriculum, and all these materials have been delivered to your campus. What we have purchased from Amplify has been the Amplify Skill and Knowledge Activity book sets, and these are consumables, and there is one per each of your students. Depending on your grade level, this is the number of books you should have received for each of your students. I'm going to walk you through the materials that are not consumables. There's big books, there's one per teacher, and these are for kinder and grade level only. One of the things that we also come with your resources is the Amplify Skill reading sets, and these are your decodable texts for one set for each one of your students. And the trade book collections comes in Spanish only for our bilingual dual language teachers. Another resource that you should have received is the UFly teacher book. This resource it's only provided to teachers on grade 1 and 2 and DL Kinder only. Let me explain why you, Kinder ELR, did not receive. This you will follow the Amplify as your primary resource. UFly is being used as a supplemental support resource for grade 1 and 2 and the DL Kinder only, as they will use them during their ELD as their main curriculum to teach transferable non-skills in English. If you are kindergarten, these are the materials that you should have received additionally to the ones I mentioned on the first page. They should be your sound cards and your sound posters. But what you also have that is only come in a digital form are your large letters, your blended picture cards, and the small letter cards. If you are first grade, what you have received addition from the materials from the first page is the spelling cards and the individual code chart. The spelling cards is only one per teacher and the individual code chart is one per student. Now, note, the individual code chart provided by Ramrock RD Print Services is the one that we want you to use. We don't want you to use the one that Amplify provided because we have made changes to this material. But what you get digital is the large letter cards, the consonant code flipbook, and the vowel code flipbook. If you are a second grade teacher, what you get, in addition to the materials on the first page, is the individual code chart, one per student, and also you get the cursive activity book, one per student. What you get digital is your spelling cards, your vowel code flipbook, and your consonant flipbook. So now I would like to talk to you about sound and spelling walls and how these look like in your classroom. So now I would like to walk you about sound and spelling walls and the examples that you can have. Below, you will find examples and pictures that we will provide to you during the ELRPD and how these sound and spelling walls will look like in your classrooms, depending on the materials that were provided by different grade levels. For kindergarten, Amplify curriculum uses sound posters. These posters can be displayed and you will be adding the sound cards as you teach one of the sounds. For first grade, you will be using what is called the sound and your sound spelling cards and display them on your classroom as you teach in every single one of them as a reference. However, please note that in the spring semester, you will begin creating what is called spelling trees, and these are created to demonstrate and show the students the patterns of the trees that they are more mostly spelled with more frequency, and you will create these trees. For second grade, Amplify curriculum uses what is called the sound spelling cards that you have received digital. But then you need to create what is called the spelling trees. And these are teacher created and they are part and written in the curriculum. We also have provided you with links to refer you what are the components. So if you're a kindergarten, you will have a link right here of all the components that you will need to use for your sound wall using your sound posters. And for grade 1 and 2, here is the document about the overview or the materials that you're going to need for your curriculum. Now, there's been some conversations about the UFly manuals. As I told you previously in your instructional resources, the UFly manual has only been provided for grade 1 and 2 teachers as a supplemental resource, and the DL Kinder teachers only to teach during the ELD. Now, UFly has great resources that are for free, and one of them is the sound wall. And I have provided the link right here that you can print and color, and you can send to print shop using Campus funds. If you want consistency and want to put the same images and create the vowel valley and your consonants as a separate sound wall, it's highly recommended that you will print this link right here and create your sound wall. However, Amplify has provided you with the resources that you need to teach and display your sound walls and spelling trees in your classroom. And I want to talk to you about our RISE course. Our new K2 report card overview has a great information on the RISE course that you will learn about the new updates that we have on the ARC for our new report cards. So one of the highlights of this will be happening during our September 25th, and we will have a professional development where we'll go more in detail about how this report card has changed and what are some of the tools we'll provide for you to be successful on completing the report card this year. Last but not least is the Early Literacy Professional Development Resources. What I added at the end of the newsletter is going to be books that I want to be put in and articles, so that together as an early literacy community we grow together to learn more about how can we support our young readers. And please use the button to provide us our feedback. The curriculum department is always open to listen your feedback. You can always contact me at my email address or my phone number. We are here for you. We know that feedback is a gift, and we are here for you. And I want to take this time to thank you for everything you do. I want you to know that you're changing the world one funny at a time, and it starts with me, but I need you to make us. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.